So Autodesk is here at CES for the first time ever, and we're here kind of up-leveling the 3D printing game. So we're showing a lot of great examples of what new computer-aided design can do. So for the past 30 years, we've always had design programs where you had to draw out things and sketch them, and it was a lot of work on the designer. But now we're actually having the computer aid you in that. So you can see things that are extremely complex objects that we're not able to design before additive manufacturing, but now that we have it, we can make all these crazy things like a titanium printed bike. There's a circuit printer that's creating electronic circuits, and we have a dress from nervous systems that's all folded into a ball like this and then comes out of the printer and stretches out. Sometimes I call it like 5D printing. It's kind of at that next scale. We've been so inundated and welcomed all these cool kind of plastic objects, but what's the real use case, And for us, it's beyond prototyping. It's the ability to really take on design in a new way that's organic, and that you can create shapes that are actually better for what you're using because they can be lighter weight. They can take up less size, but they can still be as strong. Spark is this amazing open platform for innovation for any 3D printing company. Whether you have a machine or you make software, it's always hard to make that connection. So you're either really good at making software, or you're really good at making machines, and sometimes it's hard to do both. So Spark sits right in between and connects those things for these companies so they can build on top of it and make sure that they have a connected solution. I mean, the more people that get involved in the industry, the better for us, because that means the more people that are modeling, right? The hope is that material science continues to grow, that cost continues to drive down. We really would like everyone to become a designer. We want to take it from everybody can do 2D design to everybody can do 3D design and think in that space. So that's why you see products too, like Tinkercad just taking off like a rocket ship. So some of the early adapters to the program are really excited to work with, like HP, Local Motors. These are some of the innovators in the space, the people that really want to dive in, make sure they're doing the right thing, but they don't have the history. And we have the history, so it's a perfect relationship. And we're really excited to see, especially Local Motors. Who knows what those guys are going to come out with next. It kind of solidifies all the hype, right? I mean, for years, there's been so many small companies getting involved with it, but HP really locks it down and makes this whole 3D printing thing legitimate. We really, our stand is probably way beyond the cutting edge. It's a little before its time, I think. As you walk around it, we have a 3D printed titanium bicycle made by a great group of people called Industry from Oregon. We also have a great dress from Nervous Systems and a Nuke Vipshet, and other examples of kind of like that high-end titanium printing and complex. Ember is actually the first printer ever to use the Spark platform, and that's what's really important about Ember. Ember is a printer for people that want to build printers. It's totally open source, so you can go into it, we give you the files, you can take it apart, but you can also do material science on it. I mean, you can hack it, you can do other things to it to make it great. But on the side, it's also a really good printer. You can go into our booth and look through a microscope and actually see the resolution of these prints, and they are absolutely astounding. Kind of really overshot that one. It's going to be a huge year for us. So we have the Spark platform that's going to just continue to develop. I mean, you'll see a lot of innovations around that area. As I was talking about that technology, bringing software in that makes things more complex, what you're going to see is that start to be integrated in some of our other softwares so that when you're going to 3D print, you don't have to be like the master CAD man, you can come in and the software will help you make things on your MakerBot or any of your other printers that really, they're satisfying objects. Yeah.